Hey, what's up guys, here Synergy in the vicinity here, and today we have a bunch of brand new news about Sonic Frontiers because Tokyo Game Show is going on, and we were bound to get a lot of new news, and we have a ton of it to go through today. So right before we get started, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We are almost at 200, I think we're like 2 subscribers away, and if you're new to the channel, hit the post notification bell. And without further ado, let's get into it. This first article comes from IGN, and it goes, Super Sonic, a more powerful yellow form of Sonic first introduced in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, was announced for Sonic Frontiers this week. It seems the form will be a key part of beating the game. Speaking to IGN Japan, Sonic Frontiers director Morio Kishimoto said players will encounter a handful of bosses in the open zone game that Blue Sonic can't even scratch before the power-up is unlocked. Normally in the Sonic games, you'll encounter a boss and you'll fight as a regular Blue Sonic. In Frontiers, there will be a boss that Blue Sonic can't even scratch, Kishimoto said. But if he collects and uses all 7 Chaos Emeralds, he can become Super Sonic and then battle those bosses. Becoming Super Sonic will be the only way to fight them. The mechanic was shown off in the game's new trailer that debuted at Tokyo's Game Show, where Sonic in his regular form tries and fails to take on a gigantic enemy. He then turns into Super Sonic and returns. And Sega tells us that this mode features a completely different moveset for players to use. Kishimoto also suggested that a lot of these bosses will be of a much higher difficulty level to what players are used to. Sonic would only appear against the last boss, Super Sonic. Imagine if the first boss in Frontiers is as strong as those bosses, the director said. What he's basically saying is that some of the bosses you'll fight early on in the game with Super Sonic will be as hard as final bosses from other Sonic games. So I think in terms of difficulty, it's gonna be pretty tough. He's literally just saying that like some of the bosses we fight like in the first island, because we do go Super Sonic in the first island, will be on the same level of difficulty as like other Sonic game final bosses, like I don't know, Metal Overlord, Solaris, Negawisp. Like if it's on, well, I guess Negawisp isn't that hard, but the other ones, they have their moments where they're not the easiest bosses in the world, is all I'm saying. But if there's some bosses like that early on in the game, that's really cool. I like, difficult bosses. It's fun. Like, it adds more to the game, and that's pretty cool, actually. And we'll have to see how that turns out. We get Super Sonic. It'll be... every time they drop some new news about this game, I don't know. I feel like there's something in every article or in every trailer that makes me hype just a little bit more. And I don't want to, hype myself up too much because I don't want to be, disappointed at the end and then blame it on myself. But I can't help this time around. I don't know what's up with this game, but there is something in every trailer or every article that just makes me go, wow, this is actually, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm afraid to admit it, but it does sound like it's going to be a pretty good game. This next article comes from the 4Gamer website, and since that's in Japanese, I'm going to have to use this tweet that I found from Sonic_Frontiers, so make sure to drop them a follow. They have been keeping up with a lot of Sonic Frontiers updates. So this article starts with, thank you for your time today. First of all, I would like to ask about the open zone, which is a major feature of this work. This style has various gimmicks scattered on the world map. Also, this is it's translated by Google, so there might be some bad translations. I'm sorry about that in advance. Mr. Kishimoto says, the very first template we created, it was a more general open world type field with conventional 3D Sonic instead of quests. When I asked the general public to test play it, it was pretty unpopular. There were many scenic points in the beautiful green grassland, and I thought I would not remove the point as an open world, but it was not interesting at all. And then 4Gamer goes, oh, was that so? And Kishimoto replies with, open world games, you can enjoy the feeling of traveling by walking, riding horses, or driving from one destination to another. But that didn't work for Sonic. The project started from that point. Game making is usually done about twice as a test player for the alpha and beta versions, but Frontiers has been a test player once every few months during the 5-year project. It was a cycle of coming up with ideas and running into a wall. So the 4Gamer goes, so there was a lot of trial and error. Kishimoto replies with, yes, for example, if you put athletic action in the field instead of having fun there, the opinion that the battle is monotonous, I don't even know what that means, comes out. So I tried to make the battle more interesting, but this time the puzzle solving was one step more unsatisfactory. A game is not evaluated simply by relieving the player's frustration and stress. If you don't create surprises that exceed expectations, you won't be happy. I think that the upper management of the company was probably frustrated because it wasn't going to be completed, but thanks to Mr. Iizuka working hard to protect the scene, we were able to welcome this day today. And then he talks about the cyberspace levels by going, the answer to those who feel that the conventional Sonic has a strong peculiarity is also the answer for this open zone. In this work, you can actually advance the story by simply exploring the open zone. Playing cyberspace is not required, it is only an option for advancing the story. Continuing on talking about the cyberspace levels, he goes, actually that was also part that worried me. I tried to find the feel of the controls through multiple test plays, but I couldn't find the best answer. As a result, I left it up to the player. But people who play a variety of games will appreciate the Sonic-like control feel, but it seems that players who play general action and action-adventure games will find it difficult. No matter how you look at it, there were contradictory parts, so I decided to leave it up to the customer to decide whether to choose a playable feel or a Sonic-like feel. However, I didn't give up on the feeling of operation in the cyberspace. Only here, I want you to enjoy it in Sonic style, which confirms that, like, the open or the cyberspace levels have like their own controls that you probably can't change. And then Azuka says, in this game design, it was necessary to create a so-called narrative story in which Sonic, who knows nothing about the game setting, explores the space. Also, a writer called Ian Flynn, who is producing Sonic comics overseas, has received tremendous support from fans, so we decided to ask him to write the script for the game as well. Kishimoto says, what I asked myself about the creation of the story was the seasoning for Japan and Asia. As for the basic storyline, it was perfect for Sonic, so only in the scenarios of the Japanese and Asian versions, the dialogue has a hidden meaning and there's plenty of room for imagination. It adds sturdiness. And that is it from them, and that is all the interviews we have today. There's some footage out. I might be dropping a video on that later, where we'll go over the footage, because I still haven't actually seen actually no, I'm wrong. I've seen a little bit of it, but I hear there's 10 minutes of it or something, because I saw a few Sonic tubers streaming it. I was like, okay, then there must be more that I'm missing, because I don't think a minute is enough to stream. But that is all we have for today, so let me know what you guys think about this interview. How hyped are you guys for this game? Like, genuinely, are you guys also like getting more hyped and hyped as the days go by and we're getting more and more, or do these trailers not change your minds at all? Let me know in the comments below. I do read every comment and I'm always responding, so genuinely, like, I love to hear what you guys think about this, and see you guys next time.